Love and Light from the Realm. It's your host, AKO Do-It-Jabbar, bringing you all another episode of Just Zen Podcast, episode 208. Yes, I know I fucked up last week and told y'all that was episode 208, but it wasn't. It was actually episode 207. And I put that in the comments for the viewers if y'all read bios and shit like that, all right? I did correct it. So, yes, this episode is actually 208, which means we're only 2 episodes away from the end of the season. So today we are talking about healthy competition. Yes, you heard that right. Healthy competition. Doing it the right way. Strategies for healthy competition. I know that we can get mixed up with the terms. Sometimes it's looked at more negative than positive, or more positive than both. Actually 50-50, I don't know. But there's a positive and a negative to the word, but we're only focusing on the positive side of it today because why talk about negative competition? So let's get right into it, all right? What does it mean to compete? What is competition? Textbook definition is very simple. It's the activity or condition of competing. It's an event or a contest, or it's when two or more people, or a group of people come together to win something that the other person or other group cannot have. And Dragon Ball Z is full of competition. They compete the entire series. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. And the most competitive person obviously is Goku. He's looking to be the strongest. He's competing to be the best, or to find the best fighters in the universe. And I really want to focus on the world tournament because that's when everyone in the world comes together to compete. And, you know, the intentions and reasons might be different. For example, Goku goes to be stronger. He goes to be better. He goes to learn something. He goes to see exactly what the competition is. Other people, you know, maybe let's say just non-Saiyan fighters, they probably go for the money, or which is a $10 million prize, 10 million Zenny prize. Or some people go for the trophy. Some people go for the bragging rights. Vegeta even goes to the tournament just to show Goku that he is stronger than him. Show him that, bitch, I am the prince of all Saiyans. Why not show the whole world? So when I think of competition, it makes me think of motivation. And there are really 2 paths of motivation and competition. And they are intrinsic motivation, which is you're doing it internally. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it to gain a lesson, to learn something from it and maybe apply it the next day. You're doing it to better yourself, to improve your knowledge. And the other is extrinsic motivation or extrinsic competition. And that's when you're doing it for external reasons. You're doing it for a reward. You're doing it for a prize. You're doing it for clout or a gain of something. And I think that's usually the more popular, the more common type of motivation. But that one is not bad. It's not a bad thing. And both actually can be used to achieve a greater goal or a greater result. Extrinsic competition is for an end goal, right? So think of when you go to the gym. You constantly go to the gym, and not saying you're competing, but you're motivated. You're externally motivated for an end result. Yes, the end result is a healthier life, a better body. And intrinsic, maybe you decide to enter a painting competition. You know you're not the best painter, but you're going to maybe learn from the winner or the other people next to you that are painting. Both can go hand in hand. Both are not negative. Establishing both words, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation or competition, is definitely easy to say that the world tournament is a perfect example for both. Like I said before, intrinsic would be Goku going to be stronger, to learn what competition is out there. Extrinsic would be people like Vegeta, who go just to show the world that he can be the best fighter. Matter of fact, not Vegeta, let's say Hercule. Hercule is an extrinsic motivator. He goes for the clout. He goes for the title of the strongest fighter. Saiyaman, things like that. So, great example. Great job, Dragon Ball Z, teaching us, showing us that healthy and that there are two types of competition, but healthy and bad intentions of competition can be really a life lesson and not a cartoon. Whoa, I got shit for saying. So now let's talk about some strategies for healthy competition. Again, I'm asking, how do we use healthy competition? How do we promote it? How do we act it? Use it in think it into existence. And one of the first things I would say to that is definitely be mindful. And when I say that, I mean don't start unnecessary competition. Don't compete when you don't have to. I feel like that is exactly what the rat race is. So many people are caught up in the rat race. And, you know, it can deter us from appreciating our gift, which is another strategy. But I'm gonna get into that in a minute. But creating unnecessary competition just brings frustration. You get nothing out of it, even if you win. Look at what you had to put yourself through, all the uncomfort just to win or just to come out on top, just to say that you were right or prove that you're better. It's not necessary. It might not be necessary mentally or physically. Unnecessary competition causes us to deter ourselves from our gift or unappreciate ourselves, which to bring healthy competition, you have to celebrate your gift, even if that means disconnecting from the prize. That's actually what it does mean. Disconnect from the prize. Disconnect from the material from it. And maybe connect with the person you're competing with if you're in a competition. Maybe appreciate yourself more. You know what? I am good at this. Even if I do lose or if the outcome isn't in my favor, I learned this. I learned that I'm better at this than that. I learned that I know more this than that. Appreciate your gift. But also, with that, understand that just because other people win more doesn't make them better than you. Appreciate you. Appreciate your assets and your knowledge. You know, sometimes we celebrate people that win a lot. We celebrate people that, you know, compete all the time and get the reward. And sometimes we undermine ourselves, but understand that you are a competitor still. Better yet, a healthy competitor, a strong competitor. Celebrate your gift. Like I said before, disconnect from the reward or the trophy or the prize. Say, fuck that. What am I getting out of this? What am I learning about me? Oh, I'm good at this. I'm better at numbers than I am with words. Things like that. I'm faster than I am stronger. You learn those things when you compete healthily. Health in a healthy way. So another strategy for healthy competition would be to, you know, sometimes take a step back and self-reflect. Go internal for a second and ask yourself, is this competition really for me? Am I competing for myself? Or am I competing for others? Or am I competing for fame? Or am I competing to put the other person down? Am I competing to brag? Or for money, for anything? And sometimes I think it's important to, again, tap into yourself and ask that question, because sometimes the very thing we are doing is the very thing that takes us away from ourselves or our loved ones. I learned that the relationship or the connection that I have with myself and my loved ones can nourish me in ways that success in a competitive world can't. What's more important is that connection with yourself, that love with yourself. And like I said, sometimes we lose that. We lose sight of that when we compete in unhealthy ways, when we compete unnecessarily. very, 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 very important to self-reflect. Ask yourself why. Shout out my brother with Cobra Vision and Creative Knowledge, Jalahi and Soul. What is your why? Out of those strategies, the one I think relates the most with Dragon Ball is that self-reflection. They're always self-reflecting, especially Vegeta. If I compete with Goku, what do I get out of this? I get bragging rights. I get to actually live up to being the Prince of all Saiyans, because we know that he hasn't done that shit yet. And I get to say that I beat Goku. I get to look down upon him, say I'm stronger than you. I get to say I'm better. Now, is that healthy? That really wouldn't work in today's society. It's not gonna get you nowhere. But as far as the show goes, it shows that, or what it can teach us is that shit doesn't get you anywhere. Look at the tournament when Vegeta went Majin against Goku just to beat him. It got him nowhere. He still fucking lost. And I even showed you last episode, he killed himself. Not because he lost, but he later sacrificed his life. But he didn't win. The outcome wasn't what he wanted. Look at what that attitude got Vegeta. Okay? So this brings me into my Z clip of the day. This is just a random world tournament clip. Not really so much fighting, but this is the clip when Vegeta and Goku are entering and drawing their numbers for the world tournament, and they find out that they have to fight each other. Again, here's the Z clip of the day. Enjoy.
All right, here we go, Goku. Which one will it be? Ah!
It's number 11.
I wonder who I'll end up fighting. Well, I'll find out soon.
Vegeta, you're next. So you're number 12?
Not the two of them. Goku and Vegeta.
Vegeta is number 12.
Golly! Vegeta and Goku right off the bat!
That figures.
A fight with Kakarot. Perfect. Just the opportunity I've been waiting for to prove my true Saiyan abilities.
Cool. My dad's gonna fight your dad. I wonder who will win. I'm pretty sure that my dad will. Are you kidding? My dad's stronger and faster than your dad any day. But my brother told me that my dad is the strongest fighter in the universe.
Right, y'all, and that was the Z clip of the day. I hope y'all enjoyed that. What I want to say about that, just listen to how Vegeta's intentions are totally for the wrong reasons. Oh, look, I can show the world I can do this, and that. And Goku's like, yeah, I get to see how strong Vegeta is. I get to learn from this. I get to basically improve myself. And this is what I'm saying about healthy competition. Healthy competition has made Goku the strongest in the universe. That's what I'm showing you guys. It's your attitude about your competition. Let's create more positive attitudes. Let's create a brighter narrative for competition. And maybe it won't be so frowned upon when people say, hey, let's compete. Or when it comes to your attention that you have to compete for something. So, AK, you got the show Just Saying podcast. What are you just saying? What are we just saying? What am I just saying? I'm going to tell you. I'm just saying that competition is a feeling. And that feeling has to be acknowledged upon learning yourself. So embrace those feelings. Acknowledge those feelings. Choose a positive way to show and act on those feelings. That is healthy competition. I'm just saying. And that's all I have for you all today. Thank you all for tuning in to episode 208, Healthy Competition. I'm even going to ask the viewers, the listeners, drop in the comments maybe some strategies you have for healthy competition, or how do you incorporate healthy competition? Question. That was a question. How do you incorporate healthy competition? Right? All right. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to all the content creators. Yes, it is September. Everyone's taking those steps. Shout out to my brother Eli Soul with Cobra Vision Academy. Shout out my brother Jalahi with Creative Knowledge. Shout out Key with Key Wellness. Shout out John Green with Green Mind. Shout out everybody. Let's keep the ball rolling. Yes, sir, it is September. Don't forget to shop, though, with me on my website, BLAK Association.storeenvy.com. You can have this very own sweater or many more. Again, that's BLAK Association.storeenvy.com. I'm your host, A.K. Abdul-Jabbar, and I'm just saying, see ya.